Hello everyone and welcome to yet another DeFRaG demo review. My name is Crazy Al, of course. This week we have WarCup 367 and that is bardok-player1. Pretty cool rocket map. We're going to check it out very soon. First of all, let's take a quick look at these results. Who do we have? We got a couple of what happened to the results? My mistake, I pressed the wrong button. A couple of regulars in there. We've got Halvor GB. Lovely to see Halvor, as always. And yeah, if someone has noticed the times, we've got some excitement coming up later on, but we'll get to that very soon. Starting off with the VQ3, as is the tradition. It's Raven. Oh, where's he gone? There he is. 30.5 for Raven. I remember playing this. I played this map at the time. It was a couple weeks ago now. But I found that the start strafe section to be sort of, I don't know, uncomfortable. Let's go, Raven. Look at this. It's a shame that you hit that beam at the top. Hell yeah, Raven. Oh. Nice. Gets up, no problem. Yeah, very well played, Raven. Love that rocket stack. I'm going to do since Raven never gets a replay or a slow-mo, I'm going to replay and slow-mo for the fans. But yeah, this like strafe section, I don't know, I felt really uncomfortable to me, so I was just like, nah, I'm not going to bother playing this one. Oh, that's not it. Here it is. For the fans. Nope, that's the wrong one again. There it is. Hell yeah, Raven. Again, shame about that beam. Hey-ho. Very good run nonetheless. Interesting that he doesn't choose to go for the like get the ramp boost there. I think it like really helps, but hey, whatever helps you finish them up. Anyway, next up, 28.4 from Radio Koala. It does seem like this strafe section fits way better in VQ3. Or fits, it's a little bit more comfortable at least in VQ3 than CPM. Nice. Again, opting not to take the ramp boost. I guess it just gives you too much. I guess if you're struggling with that, it's because you have too much lateral momentum, so you don't go high enough, in which case all you really have to do is alter your plasma angle. I'm totally just guessing here. Let me just check, when was this map released? 2005? Okay, this is a very old map. 26.7 there from Halvor GB. In the PMax clan, get that added to the spreadsheet. Nice half beat across there, very smooth. Strafe section to begin with. Nice. Oh, all the way across, doesn't even touch down on top. Fortunately has to spin around. There we go. See how he goes straight up for the most part? Like, in the beginning of that plasma climb. This is what I was talking about a second ago. So, like, people who are jumping on that ramp and choosing to stop and then climb, I think their problem is probably that they're getting too much lateral speed and momentum from that. So what they have to do then, presumably, is, like I said, alter their plasma angle, like Halvor GB shows here, expertly. So if he's gonna land here, get the boost from the ramp, but he needs to get height, so he goes only plus forward on the wall, facing the wall, and then once he has enough height, changes that angle, gets a little bit of an extra speed boost. And yeah, you can already see he is actually way too high. He could have afforded to change that. He only had to shoot like a couple of pellets while facing the wall, going straight up, you know? Anyway, let's move on. 26.6 from Shihua. Shihua? I don't know. Nice and smooth, very controlled. Takes the rocket jump as well, just like Radio Koala there, so he can... Nice. Yeah, so he can do that. does hit the wall though. Nice stack. And there you go, just going against everything I just said, and just takes the straight, like, sort of diagonal plasma angle to the end. Well played. And now barely ahead, another 26.6 from Tommy. Let's go Tommy. I have a cat named Tommy. No rocket jump this time. No pre-fire even, there is. Oof. There's the straight up. Nice, very well played. But yes, so far, She Who Has Ending is the best so far. Like, very direct, to the point. Next up we have Pew, 25.7. A pretty decent jump, almost a full second. So let's see what's happening here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess that works. Nice, straight over. Although I don't know why I couldn't have set up another rocket stack there, like another pre-fire. And there we go, there's that straight to the end finish that we were talking about. Very well played. Next up, 25.1, we have Nachos. With a very laggy online demo. Nice, very controlled, straight over, doesn't touch down. There's that pre-fire I was asking for in the previous run. Nice. Again, a little bit more height than needed on that final plasma, but still very nice. Next up, 24.6 from Anton. I believe that is effect, question mark? It is effect. Let's go Anton. Loads of speed. Oh, nice. Goes for the double and gets straight across. That pre-fire, unfortunately, I don't think did anything for him. I don't know. I'll have to check it again. Nice finish. Let's check that one again. Right here. Don't worry about the connection, it's fine. Even slowing down a bit. It doesn't even, does he even touch the ground there? I don't know. And then this one I just think explodes. Yeah, no benefit from that at all. To be fair, it is a very tight spot. It's not a long drop. It does seem like the only stack that would... It does seem like it would only work in VQ3, that stack, because... You know, it's not very tall. But yeah, I just want to see that double, that 2x one more time, because I don't think he even touched the ground. I'm looking for a jump key input. There is one. I don't know. They seem to happen all at the same time. There's no jump sound, but then the rocket, I don't know. It looks like he's not hitting the ground there. He has to touch the ground. Well, see, I would have thought that. I would think that he would have to touch the ground. Well, does he? Does he have to touch the ground? It's not like it's not like it's a massive jump to the next platform. There's no way it would give the momentum. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. I guess you're probably right. That he does have to jump. Or he does jump. It looks so close though. But yeah, excellent run from Effect. Moving now into the top 3. Starting off with Haze, 23.7. Nice. Does make that second pre-fire work. And there you have it. No messing around. Just a solid run. Well played by Hayes. Next up we have Ket, 22.1. Decent jump from third to second place. Ket is a very well known, excellent VQ3 runner. There's that rocket jump. Going straight up there. Yeah, I thought so. I'm surprised we haven't seen more people do that. We saw someone do it, like, earlier on, and then, like, seemingly no one since. Nice. But yeah, it's hard to argue with that strategy right there. You save a lot of time by not going down and back up again. You know what I mean? Jumping from that ramp straight to the... Does he land on a... Is there like a platform there as well? Hold on, let me just check. Lots of investigating going on today. I think it may just look like there is one. Yeah, okay, no, there's nothing there. I thought he, like, jumped on... Oh, no, he does! There is a platform there. Okay, that changes everything. Yeah, that sort of brown trim has a little ledge on top of it. Nice, well played by Ket. I don't think we saw anyone else. I can't remember who it was that did that before. But I don't think they used that platform. I could be wrong though. Anyway, moving on. 21.6. First place is Delta. King Delta. Yeah, show me what you got. Wow. It doesn't use exactly the same strategy as Ket, but same energy, really. And look at how close that is. No way. So saving time on Ket by not doing a straight up rocket jump here, which Ket does to then set up the 2x on this ramp. Delta goes from the top, like, well, not the top, like the mid part of the ramp. Sets himself up a stack in the middle, and then doesn't fuck with the other platform. And then, like, look how that strip of like that trim on the wall there is indicating the floor level of the finish line, basically. Like, I really like these kind of details in maps. So you'll have like on a wall that you would plasma climb on. They have an indicator somewhere of the height that you need to achieve, basically. So you can tell without, you know, obviously turning around, because that's not going to be very good during a plasma climb. Yeah, so you'll see it come into frame right here. This is an indicator, basically, to the user, to the player, that they've successfully made it. They successfully have enough height to make it. But yeah, grazed his toes, absolutely. Very, very close. Just barely enough height, which is perfect. That's what you want, you know what I mean? Less height means more speed. At least you would logically, that's what you would think. But yeah, amazing runs from all these VQ3 players. We got some VQ3 demos of the week, and we're going to start off with Hayes, actually, in VQ3. Hayes was 4th? Oops. No, 3rd, with 23.7. And here we have a disqualified demo, 23.2 from Hayes. And you'll see why it'll become very apparent almost immediately why it's disqualified. But he's seen here using the wall bug. Not sure why decided to submit a wall bug demo along with a legitimate demo. But it gives us something to look at, I guess. So if you don't know, a wall bug in DeFRaG is when you get stuck in a wall like this and you can just gain speed. You can see here he's spamming jump, he's trying to get out of the wall. And yeah, that just gives him, like, what was it, 1600 ups before even leaving the trigger, the start trigger. The rest of the run is normal, but, you know, obviously getting that much speed before triggering the timer is, you know, not allowed. But it is an old map, as we said earlier, 2005, and a lot of old maps, are more, like wall bugs and like random OBs and things like that are way more common in older maps, obviously. Anyway, moving on, we got Pew Combo Run 3, which we haven't seen in the WarCup, I don't think. 30.6 from Step. This is a really cool map, there's a lot going on here. Lots of triggers. We got velocity pads. Okay, that's cool. So there is actually a trigger to make him drop faster there, but he opts not to use it and just uses plasma instead. What's really cool about this map, more than anything else, I think, is how different the CPM and the VQ3 runs are, while, you know, still being very similar. Like, obviously, anyone can make VQ3 and CPM be very different, but, like, being very different while at the same time being very similar is, I think, impressive. And we'll see the VQ3. We'll see the CPM run later, of course. But yeah, right in that section, there's a button that makes him drop to the ground instantly. But chooses not to use it and goes for the plasma climb to give him more speed, you know, because you're not going to get speed from that. All it does is push you down. It doesn't lose you speed, but it doesn't gain you any either. But yeah, one more time, just because it is such a cool map. And I recommend anyone to check out this series of maps. This is obviously the third in the series. But they're all really cool. And one of them is actually, well, a few of them have been in WarCup, I think. But one has been a recent WarCup, I think his latest map, which is probably number 4, I would expect. But yeah, it's a sick map, absolutely. Well played. Anyway, moving on to the CPM. Let's go. Starting off with Raven, who has a much slower run in CPM than he does in VQ3. Let's go. Oh no, Raven. I think he spent much more time playing VQ3 than he did CPM. I think that's pretty apparent. Going for the strafe. Going for the strafe finish. Okay, that was interesting. Goes for the strafe finish, can't do it, and then decides, okay, I'll just take the plasma. He could have just done that from the start. Shout outs to Raven though, well played. Next up we have a 27.3 from Volcanoid. Let's go. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, the start of this map just doesn't really feel comfortable in CPM in any way. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Nice. Nice. Very, very low to the ground finish. Direct. Next up, 23.7 from Gimrock. Awkward turn. No matter how you do it, it's just kind of awkward. Oh, nice. Fortunately, doesn't... Okay, no, that's good. That's fine. Did have to slow down a wee bit, but I think it's worth it. To a certain extent. Yep, good angle. Going to carry him all the way. Well played. Next up we have Haze, once again, 22.4 and CPM this time. Lovely stuff. Tons of speed there, up to like 1600 ups, I think. And a solid finish. A little bit more height than is desirable, but still very quick. Well played. Next up we have Anton Effect 22.1. Loads of speed. Yep, doesn't need that other platform. Good stuff. I don't think you can pre-fire that in CPM. I think the drop is just too short. Oh, just barely makes it. Like, oh no, I don't need to see that again. That was really cool. Yeah, unless you come through here at as high as possible, I don't think you can make a pre-fire work there in CPM. Even then, I think it's kind of unlikely. But watch what he does here. So he's keeping this angle, and then maybe sort of realizes that he's not quite going to make it. So just changing that angle very gradually, and it's just enough to carry him over. I mean, he may have made it without the angle change, but it looks pretty cool that way. Anyway, next up, Torner 2015 coming in with a 22.0. Let's go. 22 and 2 frames. Yeah, you see what I mean? That corner is just... this is why I can never run this map, but let's go. That was pretty nice. Yeah, this is what I was saying before. You need a lot of height to make that work. Well played. Yeah, solid. I can't fault that. I cannot fault that run in any way. Other than, you know, this like losing hundreds of ups on hitting this wall. Well, like 100. But this rocket down into the ramp is really cool. And it's a solid pre-fire as well. Yeah, like I say, I got no problems with that run. That's solid all the way through. Well played. It gets faster though. 21.8 from Effiop. Nice. Doing a pretty decent job of keeping his speed through that section. Loads of height there, but still very fast. Well played. Next up, 21.688 from the Mr. Fox. Yeah, from 800 to 500 on that jump. That just seems to be what everyone's doing. Nice, very high. Just about managing to get that pre-fire. Yeah, it could have been a little bit better on the plasma climb, but hey, you're splitting hairs at that point. Very well played. Mr. Fox 21.688. And oh, look at this. Hitsu in first place with 21.688. That's right, we got a tie for the top spot in WarCup 367. It's always fun when that happens. So let's analyze and see who made the biggest mistake. That's different, I guess. I haven't seen someone do that yet. Decent plasma climb, although still lots of height as well, similar to Mr. Fox. I'm going to just play these again. This isn't the Mr. Fox. These are both first place times. Mr. Fox loses more speed on that, but you're talking it's not much, not by much at all. Mr. Fox does do this pre-fire here. At 2x to get back up. Going back to Hitsu. You can see Hitsu maintains just a little bit more speed through here. Ends up with 600 as opposed to 500, so about 100 ups difference at this point. Hitsu takes his pre-fire and then goes straight up. Or does Mr. Fox do that as well? I don't know. Rocketing himself down into that pit as opposed to waiting for the pre-fire. And again, both of these players get just a little bit too much height. No, I'm not. I'm literally splitting hairs because because they are tied. So you know things like this matter. But yeah, they both get just a little bit too much height at the end there. They could have been a fraction of a fraction faster if they didn't do that. But again, you should be splitting hairs when you're looking at times that are, you know, exactly the same. But anyway, yeah. That's all for CPM. Well, apart from the demos of the week as well. We've got some CPM demos of the week, of course. Let's take a look at this one. Sent to me by Rain. This is Rain. This is 7.5 seconds, so don't blink. VQ3 time is faster, is it? 21.6 versus 21.6. Did I just click on the same one? Yeah, it is faster. To be fair, I think, now, this isn't to insult Hitsu or the Mr. Fox. I think if Delta had played CPM, he could probably push it to be faster than the VQ3. Who knows? But it is always fun when VQ3 is faster, because it does happen. But again, not trying to throw any shade on Hitsu or the Mr. Fox, but I think if Delta was to put his time into the CPM like he did the VQ3, he could probably push it faster. Anyway, moving on. CPM demos of the week. We have Dart 09 by Rain. There's a 7.5 second map, so don't blink.
You have taken the lead.
There you go. I believe that was, at least it was probably a record at the time when he sent me it. I don't know if it still is. But there's a couple of, at least one thing in this map I wanna show you. Like, look at this skim he does on this wall with the rocket, using the rocket to initiate the skim. I think the skim might have happened anyway, but, you know, you get a rocket out of it, so why not? And then plenty of, I think there's a fair few Podsibieshkas in this run that are always fun to watch. There's another rocket skim, by the way. So if anyone's not aware, like, rocket knockback, or I guess knockback in general, can initiate, or can engage like the skimming effect on corners when you like when you take knockback just before hitting it. So you can do that in midair, and because so the way that skimming works in DeFRaG is on landing. So if you land before a corner like that, it will skim. Other games also work on jumping, but DeFRaG, Quake 3 DeFRaG is just on land. But you can do it in midair with a rocket. Like that one, for example, you can see he was moving up in the air at the time. He wasn't descending to a land. He was moving up from a jump. So the rocket explosion there is what causes the skim in that scenario. This one, I don't know. He does land right before it, so it's probably not. It's not the rocket that helps him there. But this next one, you'll see coming up on this corner. He lands here, and then he's moving up in the air, which means normal skim is not applied until that rocket comes out, and then you get the knockback skim. Let's just, you know, we'll call it that for talking's sake. But yeah, really cool. Some little details there I like to point out in case people aren't aware. But anyway, right, so we saw Step on this map, 30.6. Now we're going to see Procky, 20.6. 10 seconds faster. I will replay the VQ3 version of this run after this, but let's check this out. It's a far different run in CPM. It's like I kind of prefer it in VQ3. Not if I was going to run it, I'd play it in CPM. But to watch, to look at, I think it's a more impressive map and run in in VQ3 rather. And again, that's not to throw shade on Procky or anyone. I just think it looks more interesting in CPM, VQ3 rather. But hey, that's just me. You make up your own mind. Don't let me tell you what to do. Nice. Let's see Procky's one more time. You can see the difference in this map. You see what I mean now, though? Like the difference between the two runs, the two physics in this map, while being still very similar. I don't know. I think it's really cool. Maybe it's just me. Nice. But yeah, to anyone who hasn't played the U1P combo run series, I recommend maps 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think 4 is in an upcoming WarCup, so we'll be seeing that on the stream soon. But yeah, that's all the demos we have for you today. So yeah, let's take one last look at those results. Shout outs to all the gamers. It's always fun to see a tied run in first place. I try tied runs anywhere are fun, but first place is a little bit more meaningful in it. So yeah, cheers. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget that we are, as always, raising money for Ukrainian defraggers and Russian-controlled territories. So if you're feeling generous, please donate some money to DeFRaG.cares@gmail.com. And you will be helping out some people in the DeFrag scene in Ukraine, and that's always fun. So yeah, it's hard times for a lot of people right now, especially those living in these areas. So yeah, if you can help out, that would be very, very much appreciated. But yeah, GG's, thank you for watching. I'll be back later or tomorrow or whenever, I'm not sure. don't quote me on that, with another stream. So yeah, cheers. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.